Misconceptions. We've got truth in our possession. No room for doubt, no time to waste. It's time to put flat earth in its place. Here comes the smackdown.
Welcome everybody to Tuesday Night. I'm your host MC Toon, and tonight we've got a debate with somebody that likes to kick the donkeys, but he's agreed that I can call him Vishal. I hope I got that right. Welcome, Vishal.
Thank you for having me on your show.
Glad to have you. I don't know, do you want to introduce yourself at all? If you have any online presence or anything, people may be curious.
Yeah, I just wanted to say I'm a medical doctor in India, and I did my undergraduate degree, and so I'm yet to do my postgraduate degree. So yeah, that's what I do for work.
So now in the U.S., if you don't have an actual degree, people aren't considered to be a medical doctor. They're just a person with a degree until you actually have the medical degree, and there may even be additional certification after that. I'm not certain, but no doubt you have to have the full doctorate program completed before anybody would be considered a doctor. So
okay, yeah,
that's how it works here. So if you were to show up here and say you're a medical doctor, and nobody would agree. So I don't know how it is in India, but anyway.
Okay.
So you think the Earth is a pizza of some sort. Are you a big fan of pizza?
Yeah, I like pizza.
Yeah. Or maybe like it's naan. It's a big piece of naan with some chicken makhni on it, right?
Yeah, it's flat.
Okay, but it's not flat anyway. But I mean, this is just for fun. But why do you think? Well, hold on, before you go, I got to get my tab going because this is going to be a good one. What is being such a studied person? What hard and unchallenged evidence was it that brought you to the position to think that the Earth is a non?
Yeah. Actually,
paneer naan. Let's go paneer naan tonight, huh? Okay.
Yeah, actually, I am a flat earther for 10 years. I first got introduced to the flat Earth in 2016, I think. I saw some videos, and I thought it was like,
it Eric
could be
Dubay?
true.
Was it Eric Dubay?
Yeah, there were a lot of channels back then, not just Eric Dubay. So there was ODD TV, Aaron Dover, a few other guys
now,
as well.
do you know that ODD TV, the guy is actually currently in prison? He had been.
I don't know.
He had been in prison because he had some narcotics charges, and then he got out, and not long after he got out, it has been accused that he robbed a bank. There's some video feeds of him in a bank robbing the bank, and then he got picked up. So he's currently awaiting trial in prison for robbing a bank.
Oh, right. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So good one to get behind there. Yeah.
Well, but there were lots of channels, but my favorite was Aaron Dover. He was I consider him the greatest YouTuber of all time, and he made like some 600 videos regarding the Earth was flat. But
what's
then
his? Wait, what's
he
his?
died, and
Aaron Dover.
Aaron Dover. Yeah.
AARON.
AARONDOVER.
BOBER.
DOVER.
Dover. DOVER. And are his videos still up?
No, he actually died in 2017. He committed suicide, but and his videos were deleted from YouTube channel because YouTube didn't like them.
Because YouTube didn't like them.
Mm.
Now, YouTube doesn't delete Flat Earth videos. They leave them up. Did he have other stuff?
Yeah, he had some stuff saying the Holocaust was fake, the war is fake.
That'll get your channel deleted. Yep.
Yeah.
Pretty standard. For some reason, Flat Earthers, they just can't. They gotta hate on that, don't they? Yep. All right, Aaron.
Well, Aaron Dover himself was a Jew, I think. Yeah, he was a Jew. He was born in a rich Jewish family. He was a hedge fund manager.
Oh.
And he was
and it went so well that he. Huh. Man.
Yeah, he had some problems with his wife. He got divorced and lost a lot of money. So he was pretty depressed and angry. So that's how he committed suicide. So
okay. So do you have these videos?
I have some videos, but most of them I only have some, like I can't open them because of a bug on my Gmail. It doesn't allow me to see the full list of videos.
So
I only have some videos.
Your Gmail? What do you mean?
Yeah, there's some weird sort of glitch in it. Like I cannot see the full list of videos. Yeah.
Oh.
I got the videos on my Google Gmail through my friend sent it to me.
Yeah, you probably could call tech support. Do you know anybody that does tech support?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Probably just call down the street or something. Somebody said, let's see, Gareth said, Gareth, you have a partial playlist. If you could, oh, there it is. Very nice. Yeah, just like call out down the hall or something and be like, hey, I need some tech support on my Windows. You run Windows?
Actually, I don't have a computer. I just use my cell phone for whatever things I need.
Oh, who'd have thought? Okay. So what was the? I guess we got to get back around to what was the evidence that was the compelling, like solid, like you're a university student that absolutely has the highest, most impeccable standards of evidence. So what was it that met that standard of evidence?
He just like the regular things like long distance radio transmission across a flat Earth. And,
okay, long distance. Hold on, I'm writing this down. Long distance. Okay. Long distance radio. Got it.
Then and things which should be hidden by the Earth's curvature. They are visible, and
See, so
stuff like that.
see too far.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And so neither of those are actually evidence for flat Earth. Those are, at best, if they were correct, they would just be a challenge to the globe. So what positive evidence matching flat Earth did you find that met your high standard of evidence?
Yeah, well, they say for a 6 feet observer, the boat disappears at 3 miles from the shore when you watch it from the shore.
Yeah, so that's a see too far. Same thing, and it's also, when you're like, they say, you're talking about this is the globe. So I'm trying to go to the other side of the evidence, right? You think Earth is Panir Non. So what positive evidence for the Earth being Panir Non was it that convinced you to your high standard of evidence?
Well, yeah, just the things I said, like, so they say you see the ships disappear at 3 miles for a 6 feet observer from the shore, right? But once you go up, you don't see that curve there, and you see that the horizon extends further, and you can see more, and it's always a flat horizon. So
okay, so all right,
those things,
flat horizon.
just personal
Okay,
experience.
flat horizon. Okay, that is actually an answer to the question about something that matches flat Earth, I guess. So okay, anything else so far? That's just one thing.
And then NASA faking these pictures. So I thought, like, why would they lie if the Earth was a ball? Like, they could get some real pictures, right? So
okay, well, that isn't actually evidence for anything at all, flat or globe or anything, because best case, if you're right, you're not. But if you were right, all that is evidence for something having been faked. So so anything, again, I just try to focus, like, just really think about this. Like, if you were in, like, if you're in a class, right, and you're taking a some sort of a test, or you're studying a particular topic, and the instruction is, I need you to do something very specific, right? If you go off and do something else in the answer to that question on the test or in the homework, or as you're doing some medical procedure, right, then that's not right. That wouldn't be a good thing, especially if you're talking about medicine. If somebody's like, oh, I'm having this particular type of symptoms, and then you're like, oh, well, what about your toe? No, I don't have a problem with my toe. It's my pressure in my heart, right? You'd want to, right? You'd want to actually go right to, and try to zero in on the thing. So what was it, other than, now we got the one thing, the flat horizon you said, is it that is specifically supports flat Earth?
Other than that, perspective also proves flat Earth. Like, I did a video where about cloud streets, in which I showed
about what?
Parallel rows of clouds.
You did
cloud
a video
streets.
about tote streets?
Cloud streets.
Cloud streets.
Clouds.
What are cloud streaks?
Yeah.
Streaks?
Streets.
STREET?
Yeah.
I don't know what cloud streets are.
Cloud streets are basically parallel rows of parallel clouds.
Parallel
they
clouds.
Extend for 100 to, yeah, they extend for 100 to 500 miles, and they are like they are always parallel. And
they're always parallel.
when you see them from the, yeah, they are parallel when you but when you see them from the height of the clouds are always parallel. But when you see the clouds from the ground level, you see it is sloping down towards the horizon. So that proves perspective, because
But I don't think
that proves perspective.
I don't think there is a question about whether or not perspective exists. I don't think proving or disproving perspective is really helpful.
No,
Right.
no, but,
I know what perspective is. Perspective is when something is close, right? When something is close, it's a certain size, right? So you look at the size of the circle here, maybe, right? And then when I move it back here, that same circle, this circle didn't change size actually, but it subtends less space in your view. So that's perspective. Things get smaller. And similarly, if you have a, I can take two of them. Here we go. Let's do this. I've got this ruler here, right? And if I put this up in front and there's a gap, you see that gap there between this and the ruler? Now, if I move that back and keep that gap the same, the angular size of the gap actually shrinks too. It's not just the hard drive that shrinks, it's the gap between the hard drive and the ruler that shrinks. So perspective is that as well. So there's no question about perspective, right?
Yeah, but if perspective can make things appear to go down, then that is the only factor you need to account for a sunset.
Well, okay, that's a good question here then. So let's go back to this one here. So if this just continues indefinitely, right? This ruler here. Let me get a different one because that's not messing up. This one here. Okay, let's see. All right, you see this? Oh, it's reflecting the black too. All right. I'm looking for a. Does this work? There we go. If this paper continued indefinitely, and this circle here, right? Say that's the sun, and so it's a certain height above the paper, right? You can see how far it is above the paper. Now, if I move that back, that gap between the paper and the circle gets smaller, right? It goes down. Right? And then it went down again. It went down again. And if it keeps going 5,000, 10,000 miles, how far does it need to go for the middle of this to go below the paper? According to perspective, how far does that have to be? Where this happens, right? Where you see this. It's not, it's never actually below it, but how far away does it need to get for it to look like that? How far? Until perspective says that.
That would before that can happen, I think the size would the size would get really small.
The size of the circle here?
Yeah.
Yeah, it gets smaller when it went farther away?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Right.
before it could do that, if it could, before it could set like the sun, it would get smaller.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when something gets farther away, it appears smaller in size. So the sun, for example, we were talking about, when it's near you, it would appear big, and when it gets farther away from you, it would appear smaller, right? Is that what you're saying?
No, but no, it wouldn't get smaller because it would travel down before it got before it gets small, because that's how perspective works.
Yeah, well,
on the sky.
perspective works like this, right? So here it is. It's this big, right? But I move it away, right? And see how it got smaller? It's not the same size as my fingers are anymore. right? And if I move it back here, right, it's harder to see, but it got smaller. So just by changing the distance from the camera to the circle here by double, it shrunk a good amount. Right? So when the sun is close, for example, say you're, are you near the Tropic of Cancer?
I'm at the equator.
You're on the equator. Okay. Are you sure? Hold on.
Yeah, India is near the equator, isn't it?
I want to know how much of it. Let's see here. Well, Sri Lanka, the southern tip of Sri Lanka is 6 degrees north latitude. So let's see, you could be in the Maldives. Yeah, so are you in the Maldives? Or
No, I'm in India.
Sumatra? Okay, well, the southernmost part of mainland India, down in Kanyakumari. Did I say that right? Kanyakumari?
Yeah.
That is 8 degrees north latitude. So definitely close to the equator, but not at the equator. So, and I don't know where you are. I mean, I don't know if you want to say where you are or not. Are you okay saying
I'm in south of India.
South India? Okay. Do you speak Tamil?
Yeah.
Okay. And Hindi and English?
Yeah, I don't speak Hindi. I maybe I speak a little bit, but
Okay.
I'm not well versed.
Okay. Well, that's okay. Neither am I. I have a friend from Goa. Have you been to Goa? Have you been to Goa?
Yeah, no, I
No?
haven't been. No.
Okay. He speaks Portuguese basically. Konkani. All right.
Oh yeah.
Icy Spin says, are you aware that Google Maps API uses the globe? Did you know that? Vishal?
Google Map uses the globe.
Yeah.
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 Well,
So like
that's all.
when you drive around, and on your phone, do you use like navigation on your phone to go anywhere?
Yeah.
Yeah. When you do that,
Yeah.
you are using the globe to do that. Isn't that cool? Pretty cool.
But the maps are flat and it's all just flat maps stitched together. Google Earth.
Well,
and they
see,
show it on a ball.
I have a picture of my dog, and that picture is flat. Does that make my dog flat?
No.
No, it doesn't. My dog's not flat. So just because a map is flat doesn't mean that the thing it's a picture of is flat, right? And in fact, on my screen right now, you are on my screen. And while my screen isn't really totally flat, it's nearly flat. So does that make your face nearly flat? Of course not. So just because maps are flat doesn't mean that the Earth is flat. Now, if there were a single map of the entire Earth that was correct and to scale, that was flat, then we would have something. Right? And a lot of flat earthers claim that they have one, but I know they don't. I know because I've tested it. Okay. Let's go to, you said the flat horizon. So at what height have you seen the horizon be flat?
From a plane, from hills.
From hills, okay. From a plane. Plane's higher than hills, so so just so you know, at the shore when you're at the ocean, maybe, when you the globe predicts and actually requires that the horizon, because we're at low elevation, to our own eyes appears to be flat. That's what the globe prediction is. So it's not really much of something to say that you're at the shore. Even out on a hill, it's not much. So again, on a hill, looking at the ocean, unless you have some very precise measurements capability, it should look flat. So,
or maybe it's really flat.
It could be. That's completely inconclusive, because the globe says it should look flat and Flat Earth says it should look flat. Now, what about, you said an airplane? So how high of an airplane did you go?
I went to, maybe it's like, after realizing the flat Earth, I was only on one flight, and that was to Nepal. And
To Nepal?
and yeah, and
Were you climbing Everest?
no.
Did you?
No,
You went to Kathmandu?
Yeah, I did go there.
Do you know?
Yeah.
Do you know Kathmandu has my favorite time zone?
Mm-hmm. Why?
What's that?
Why does it have your favorite time zone?
Because it's 15 minutes offset instead of an hour. Isn't that cool? Pretty awesome. Okay, so you've only been on a plane once since then. So have you seen videos at of high altitude balloons or anything that you thought looked flat?
There was this. There is one footage in Eric Dubé's videos where he showed the high altitude to be flat, and there was Jay Tolan Media who used the infrared viewing thing to, from a flight to see a long stretch of distance.
If from a high altitude balloon, you say that it must be flat, and what would it mean if it were curved from a high altitude balloon?
If it was curved, you would see the curves in all directions, horizon dropping in all directions.
The horizon dropping?
But
Yeah. Okay.
yeah, the horizon would appear to be curved and would be curving away in all different directions equally.
Okay. So if you saw a high altitude plane with a curve, then that would be evidence for the Earth being a globe, right? And if it dropped with that elevation, that would be evidence for curve, right?
The horizon would, this is where there is a little bit of confusion, because the horizon, just because it is below your eye level, does not mean it is curved, because the ground is below you even on a flat Earth, so you would see the ground below you.
Okay, and how
and
can we
see the horizon as well?
Yeah, so the horizon should dip on flat Earth and on globe, but what is the way that we can figure out ahead of time how much it should dip for flat Earth? How can we figure that out? Now, I'm going to have to rely on you, as you are the one that has the degree and are working on your degree in as a medical degree, right? So you've probably got a lot of schooling. So I'm going to have to rely on your ability to produce this algebra, geometry, whatever it is for me. So how much should it drop? How do we figure that out for flat Earth?
Well, when it comes to When it comes to that, you can just apply the curvature formula is there, right?
No. I'm asking. I'll tell you. I'll handle the globe prediction. I've got that already. Some people have helped me to do the math. I mean, it's tough math, really. But for flat Earth, it's not really that hard of math. For flat Earth, I want to know, what the, how we can predict for flat Earth, because you say Earth is flat, and so you must have actually tested the flat Earth in order to come to the conclusion that you have. Right, you wouldn't come to the conclusion that the Earth is flat without actually having applied the geometry of flat Earth in your testing, right? So, all right. So here we have. All right, here we have the flat, right, and then here's an airplane. So now, from this airplane to the edge there, how much dip should that be? How can we figure this dip out?
Yeah, well, you
said the geometry requires that it should be some amount of dip. How do we figure that out? And again, I'm gonna have to rely on your skill in in geometry and algebra here as the student that you are, a medical student. So I'll draw a line here, and then to show you, right, we've got that, and then we've got this here. So you'll see here, I've got two lines I've added here. Right. So we've got the first line that goes from the airplane to the edge, I guess. Is that right? There's an edge to the flat Earth, right? And then this other one here, this line, this is eye level, right? So this angle here, there's going to be some dip. So right, there's the dip. So how can we figure out the dip here?
Yeah, we use that. We just rely on our eyes to see if there is any curvature.
Okay. So you don't want to talk about the dip all of a sudden. Okay, I got it. I understand why. Okay, so we just want to look with our eyes on whether or not there is a curve. That's good enough for you? Yes? So
yeah, our eyes will be able to pick up a curve if it is there.
So if there's a curve in a high altitude photo, you would say that's good evidence for the Earth being a globe. Right? I mean,
well, high altitude photo.
I can say this before you, but so I can show you how bold I can be. I would say, at 100,000 feet, I'd say, how about 120,000 feet with a good rectilinear lens, one that doesn't have barrel distortion at 120,000 feet, and it's wide angle, there should be visible curve with the photo. And if there wasn't, I would say that was evidence for flat Earth. So I can say that and be confident in that and put myself out there. So can you do the same thing?
I don't think I want to test. I don't rely on high altitude photos much. Based on perspective, I proved the flat Earth from my home.
But remember when I asked you earlier, what evidence did you have that convinced you that the Earth was flat? You said flat horizon. Right? That was you offered that, not me. I did not put those words in your mouth. You said that. Okay, so now I'm asking you. I've put myself out there very boldly and said, drew a line and said, yep, at 120,000 feet, rectilinear lens, if the horizon is flat, it's good evidence for flat Earth. So obviously you're gonna be willing to do the same kind of thing, right? Because you follow the evidence, right? You're not just like, who cares about evidence? For you told me it was the evidence that convinced you. So evidence must be what drives you, right?
Yeah, but unless
you said your eyes.
Myself.
You said your eyes.
Mm.
And you said you watched videos. You didn't do those videos yourself. You watched Eric Dubé's videos. You weren't there, so you don't. That's not your standard of evidence. You don't require it to be just you being there. You've already stated that isn't your standard of evidence. So it'd be very dishonest for you to change that standard of evidence after the fact, right? People would see through your changing of the standard of evidence and probably mock you if you did that kind of a thing. So I know you won't be doing that. So once again,
yeah, I actually would give flat earthers the benefit of the doubt because I personally have experience. I have only experienced a flat Earth and a flat non-rotating Earth, so I would give flat earthers the benefit of the doubt. And since NASA have also been caught lying a few times, it doesn't. So I wouldn't take evidence from globe earthers.
You won't take any evidence from globe earthers.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to write that down. Okay, takes no evidence from globe earthers. Now, the problem is you're inconsistent there again, because the video that Eric Dubé showed of the flat horizon was not taken by Eric. It was taken by a globe earther, and Eric just picked it up and used it. So you've already violated that standard of evidence for yourself.
Yeah, that's why I said I don't trust much these high altitude photos because.
But you brought it up. You brought it up, not me. You brought up the flat horizon claim, not me. That's your topic, right?
Yeah, but that is based on my experience. I have seen the flat horizon from wherever I have been.
From how high? From how high?
From a hill.
From how high?
From like 10,000, 20,000 feet.
Yeah, at 20,000 feet, your eyes are still going to not see the curve, according to the globe. So you didn't have anything that was flat or globe differentiating here. So that's not evidence either way, actually, because they both agree, right?
Yeah, but globe proponents, they say for the ship disappears at 3 miles for a 6 feet observer. But once you go higher, you see that the curve is not there.
The
horizon just extends further.
Well, that is an application of being on a sphere, actually, because as we talked about earlier, if this is what you see, like you see how this comes up, right? If it keeps going, there's nothing between you and the surface of the paper that would get in the way. So, for example, if there's a boat here, right? There's a little boat here, and then but we move farther away, farther. The boat is always above the flat surface here, and so never ever would you ever see the bottom of the boat fall below the paper or the surface of the water, for example, if it were flat. You'd never see that happen because there's never anything between you and the bottom of the boat, right? That's perspective.
Yeah, well, according to perspective, it should disappear bottom first because because of the surface of the flat surface gets in the way of the object.
How does it do that? How does it do that?
I mean, when this is what convergence is also about, because those two objects, they appear to merge together, and so the boat disappears bottom first.
Well, that doesn't make any sense at all, actually. That's not how perspective, optics, or convergence actually works. The way that actually work is that, yeah, if something is farther away, you can't see the detail, right? So if you look at your hand, right? Look at your hand. What's the skin on your hand made out of? You're training to be a medical doctor, right? So you have skin. What's skin made out of?
Skin is made of keratin, collagen, epidermis,
and
dermis.
Cells, right?
Yeah.
Cells. Now, without a microscope, just with your eyes, can you see the cells?
No, you cannot.
No. So, due to perspective, the cells are too small for you to see. You can't see the detail on the cells. So, but did they disappear? Like, you can still see your skin, you just can't see the detail of the cells. Right? So they didn't disappear, and they didn't merge in with other cells and then have some cells just like be removed from your view, like you don't see them anymore. Like just because it's farther away doesn't mean like there's a line here where you see your arm, but then the bottom of the back of your hand is like missing, and then everything shifts down. That doesn't happen just because it gets farther away, right? What happens is it just all gets smaller as it gets farther away, right? That's what.
Yeah, not just that.
That's perspective.
Not just that. Perspective can not only do that, but it can also cause things to go down near the horizon. As with my cloud streets, I will show you with a video.
Your cloud streets. All right. Oh, you're gonna. All right, hold on. All right, we're in for a treat here, people. All right, I don't know if you can hear me while I'm.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, you can hear me. Okay,
just
good.
once again.
That's okay. I just while you're doing that, let's see here. We got Itorius says, woot, it's Tuesday. Thank you, Itorius. Shedsy49 says, Toon is in the house. I hope you're safe there, Shedsy. Tori Hanzo says, party Tuesday. Actually, Wednesday here in Sweden. Yeah, it is in Sweden. Thank you for that. Calder V as woohoo almost 2 years. Also, he's not a doctor. We did establish that he's not a doctor. Correct. Member for 16 months. Icy Spin member for 33 months. What does that mean? What does that mean? He says, get off me, Calder. Is Calder following you? Nugs Automation member for 17 months says, I'll be his first patient in the USA. Oh my gosh. That's dangerous. That is dangerous. Tim Davidson says, ODD TV is Rob Indy Banks. Rob Indy Banks? Yes, he is. All right. I didn't see. Did you share something?
Yeah, I sent it to your mail. Can you play it for me? Sorry.
Ah, okay. I thought you were going to share it. So, okay. Oh, this is going to be amazing. All right. Is this the cloud?
Guys, this is
the Cloud Street? Cloud Street. It is.
Yeah.
I thought I was mishearing you. You actually said Cloud Streets. Or do you want me to play the audio too, or just Just the video. This like mute it so you can talk over
Yeah,
it.
you can play the audio as well.
Okay, I'll share it to you so you can see it. This is okay.
Just make sure everyone on YouTube sees it.
All right, they see it. Do you see it?
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
This is Vishal, and I want to show you the cloud streets in action. The cloud streets are basically parallel rows of clouds, but in this video they appear to be sloping downwards towards the horizon, and this is due to perspective, and this is the way our vision works. Things closer to you or at the zenith in the sky appear to be higher than the objects in the sky that are closer to the horizon. This is how our vision works. This is how flat earth is true. So look at these cloud streets from the ground. They appear to slope downwards towards the horizon. The same thing happens here, and every picture of every cloud street that's taken like this, the clouds appear to go down near the horizon when you view them from the ground level. So only when you get to the level of the clouds you can see that they are parallel. As you can see from our Google search, I'll leave that up to you, because you can see that the clouds are sloping uniformly towards the horizon downwards. This is these clouds are actually parallel, but they appear to be sloping downwards. This is an effect of perspective and how our vision works. So this is an irrefutable flat earth proof, and this proves perspective, and it proves that you only need perspective to explain why the sun sets and why the moon sets or why the clouds go downwards, even though they are parallel. So this is an irrefutable flat earth proof. Thanks for watching, guys. Yeah, so in that video you saw how the clouds, like even though they are parallel, they
My
slope
wife said,
down.
if you win, we'll fly to
Hold
Asia.
on.
If I win, we'll fly to Paris.
It went to a commercial. All right, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah. In that video you saw how clouds, even though they are parallel, they are at the same height, but they appear to slope downwards when
Yep.
you view them from the ground.
Yeah.
So perspective will cause things to go down eventually and disappear bottom first into the ground. So that's how perspective works.
Well, let's test it then. How about that? You are definitely south of the Tropic of Cancer. So there's a time when the sun is straight up for you, right? There's probably 2 days a year where the sun is straight up, right? And so, all right. So how high is the sun?
The sun, I haven't measured its distance, but the flat earthers say it can be 3,000 miles high and
Okay.
some 33 miles wide.
Okay. Do
So
you
go with
use
that, but,
in India there? Do you use metric or imperial units?
metric, yeah.
So, so why? I'm just curious because I'm always I'm baffled by this because in the United States we use imperial. Unfortunately, we joke about it being freedom units, but it's it'd be better, I think, to use metric. But you use metric there, so why reference it in miles? Just a curiosity here.
Yeah, well, that's what I saw on the flat earth videos. That's why I said that.
Oh, So why didn't you, being a scientist, right? Why didn't you, you switch over to metric?
Metric, I think 1 mile is 1.6 kilometers.
Yep.
So 3,000 miles is eight 4,800 kilometers.
5,000. Call it that. Pretty
Yeah.
good. Yeah. Yeah. All right. In fact, you know what I did? I live at 45 degrees north latitude. And so I am 5,000 kilometers from the equator. And on the equinoxes, both equinoxes, I've measured the angle to the sun at local solar noon to be 45 degrees. So here you go. Here, you'll get this. If we got a triangle, 45 degrees, 5,000 kilometers, and then 90 degrees, right? The sun is up here, right? I'm here, and the GP of the sun, which is on the equator, right? Directly equator, sun, equator, sun, equator, sun, right? And me, 45 degrees, 5,000 kilometers. How high is the sun?
Yeah.
How high is the sun?
Yeah, it's way.
Hold on. You're the student here, the studying to be, to get to be a doctor. I mean, not me. I couldn't. I wouldn't hold a candle to you in being able to handle this kind of math, right? Because you're the one working on that. Here, I'll draw it out here for you so we can. We should be able to get it here.
Yeah, well,
This will
cannot
be easy
do the
for you.
calculation.
You
I
can't.
need to do. It's been a long time I did trigonometry, so
Oh, this is actually pretty easy. You don't even really need to do much trig. Little
yeah, it's a square plus b square is the hypotenuse c square.
that's right. Yeah, that's right. But
So-
it's even easier than that. You don't even have to do any math. You don't. Not at all. All right, here we go. We got 5,000 kilometers, 45 degrees. Oh, I'll put a little boop right there. There we go. 45 degrees, 5,000, and then this is a right angle here. So we got angle, side angle. Right. So what's this angle up here?
90 degree.
This is 90 right here. How much?
Yeah.
What's this one up here?
45 plus 45 plus 90. So yeah, sum total should make 180 degrees, right? So that's another 45 degrees, right?
There you go. All right. Nice. You passed question number 1. So now this is 5,000. What's this one?
What's that one?
Yeah, what is that
Well-
one right here?
That so a square plus, suppose the base is a and the vertical is b. So a square plus b square equals equals to what is that? What is the slanting line called? Hypotenuse.
Hypotenuse.
Yeah.
You don't even have to do
Yeah,
this.
so-
It's easier than that.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I did that. But
Are you sure? Hold on a second here, Vishal. Are you actually going to school for this? For what you're saying you're going to? Right? Because I know there's not a lot of math, but certainly there's going to be some math required. Right? All right. Well, I'll let you off the hook. The answer is 5,000. That's why it was super easy. This is 5,000. This is 45. This is 45, so this has to be 5,000. It has to be 5,000. So that means that the sun must be, for flat Earth, must be 5,000 kilometers high, as measured from where I am. And that goes right in line with what Eric Dubay has said. And he just got it from William Carpenter, who got it from Samuel Rowbottom. That's been around for 175 years, that claim, right? Now, okay, so now we've established that. Okay, so let's take, and we're gonna need to do, and I won't make you do the math because obviously you suck at math. We're gonna do this again we're gonna apply perspective, right? And because your Cloud Streets, that's so funny. Your Cloud Streets is pretty good. All right, hold on. I'm getting another piece of paper out here for you. Got that's used. I got some used paper, but let's see. I got that one, which was 2024 12-5 Cubala and John versus Robert Greenlee and myself on Modern Day Debate. We've got this one. This one's clear. Okay. All right, you ready? So, is this the map that you think? Is this the
this is the correct map.
Yeah, this is the map of the Panir Non.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So now this map here, there's a legend here that says there's 60 nautical miles for every degree latitude, which is about 69 imperial miles or 111 kilometers. So we know what this says for the size of the Earth. Now we can now test these things. Sound good? You said this is the correct map. So we can now, with your blessing, now we can go and apply this. So let's see. Let's put a dot where you are there over in the land of the Kama Sutra, right there. There you go. There you are. Okay. So now when the sun sets there, does the sun set where you're at every day?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So the sun would set where it's somewhere about 1/4 of the way past you, right? About. It's going to vary based on the season, I suppose. But between the tropics, it doesn't vary much. How long until Artemis 2 launches? We're about a week out, aren't we? Are you going to watch that, Michelle? When
Artemis?
Artemis 2, let's see, it's a week from Friday is the beginning. The window opens. You gonna watch that?
Or is it rocket launch?
Yeah, that's the rocket launch. That's what I mean. Yeah.
I might not watch it. I might not watch it.
You might not watch it.
I'm not interested. I'm interested in flat Earth.
Yeah, well, I mean, if it crushes flat Earth, then all right. Anyway, so here it is. I've put an X here where the sun would be approximately when it sets for you, right? Right there. And here you are, right there, near the equator. Now let's do this because it's a little easier. I'm gonna put it over on the opposite side there from you. Way up here, right? So this is when it's midnight for you. The sun is here, right? Correct?
Yeah.
Right? So here you are. Here's the sun, and the North Pole is between. So if we take this distance here and this distance here, then we know how far away the sun is from you on the surface of the Earth. Right? And we can make another triangle like this one. Right? We can do that again. All right, we're making progress. Okay, so now, how far are you from the North Pole is the question. Right, and so I found out that the southern tip of India is like 8 degrees, but you're somewhere in let's see, I'm pulling it up here. The area of I don't know what I mean. Can you be more specific? I don't want you to tell me anything you don't want out there about where you live. If you're in,
I just live near what do you call?
Chennai?
Yeah.
Chennai. Okay, let's do Chennai. Okay, so from Chennai is 13 degrees north latitude. Okay, that's easy. We can do that. So from Chennai at 13 degrees north latitude to the North Pole is how far? How do you figure that? Do you know?
13 degrees north latitude and 1 degree is 69 miles, right?
Well, yeah, let's just get the number of degrees latitude from you to the North Pole. So if you're at 13 degrees north latitude, then it's 90 minus 13 degrees, right? So 77. One of my favorite bands is the 77s, and they just came out with a new album I discovered. So if you're a fan of the 77s, go listen to that. Also, another band I'm a big fan of is Megadeth, and they also just came out with an album. So that's good news. Anyway, okay, so 77 degrees right there. And then, so that's where this dot is approximately. And then to the North Pole, and then another 77 degrees on whatever day of the year the sun goes over your 13 degrees, which is, probably in early mid June and somewhere in July is my guess. I'm just guessing. Okay.
It's the equinox.
Well, it's not on the equinox. Equinox is when the sun's over the equator. So we could do that one. That'd be easier. Should we do that? Let's do that for the equinox. Okay. 77 degrees from you to the North Pole, and then 90 degrees from the North Pole to where the sun is, right? Right. So North Pole to where the sun is on the equator, that's 90 degrees. So 77 plus 90. Right? Are we on? We tracking? You following? It's 167 degrees. Now we just multiply by all right, you tell me, what units do you want to do it in?
Yeah, you can do it whichever units you want.
What's that? Let's do kilometers, because
No, whichever way.
we should do kilometers, right? Because we already determined the height of the sun using kilometers, so we'll use that. 167 times 111.1 is, all right, 18553. All right. So from you to the sun at midnight on the equinox, the sun is the GP of the sun is 18,553 kilometers away. What do you think of that? That's pretty good. So now we can make the same triangle again. Right? Let's go. This is we're making progress, Vishal. It's weird that I'm that you are the medical student, yet I am the teacher. That's
Yeah.
amazing. Amazing.
After school, I didn't study math much.
I believe you. What do you mean after school? You're still you're still a student, aren't you?
Yeah, Well, yeah, I graduated undergrad. I did my undergraduate degree, but I'm yet to do my postgraduate degree.
So what was your undergraduate degree in?
Then Bachelor of Medicine and Surgery.
Bachelor of Medicine and Surgery. Like surgery, like cutting people open and taking stuff out and doing stuff on the inside of them? That kind of surgery?
Yeah.
Or is it the surgery where you got that? I know it's that one. They got that thing over their thumb, and then there's some stuff in there. You know what I'm talking about? And then they like push in the stomach, and they like pop off the little cap of the thumb, and they're like pulling out stuff left and right, like out of their guts. And they're like, "Oh, I'm doing surgery," and then they put that little cap back on, and they're like, "Ha ha, we took out the bad." Was it? You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about. Okay. Yeah, all right. That is it. Got it. I figured that was it. Okay. So here we are. We've got you here in near Chennai, and we've got the sun, and then we've got the height of the sun. So we know a few things here. We know the sun from before is 5,000 kilometers high because I measured it on the same day in Minnesota. And then we know that the distance there is 18,000. It's a little bit out of scale. All right. So here's our triangle. We've got side. This is 90 angle, right? Side. So we have side, angle, side. We can solve that triangle. Remember that? Remember from your math, you can do side, angle, side, but you can't do angle, side, side because you make a donkey out of yourself. You know what I'm talking about. So I'm gonna, I'll just do this here, right here. Right, triangle calculator. I'll share this screen to you. So we can do this together. All right. So we've got the bottom here is 18. It's a side B. 18, 5, 5, 3. And we know the height of it, which is A, which is 5,000. We don't know the hypotenuse. It doesn't really matter about the hypotenuse. And so what we're going to solve, what we're interested in is the angle that this is the application of perspective. When we do this, we're going to have the application of perspective for the height that the sun must appear to you in Chennai on the equinox due to perspective at local solar midnight. You ready? Angle A alpha there is 15.08 degrees. So 15 degrees elevation. So I'll plug that in here. So according to perspective, in the middle of the night, the sun must, and this is using your Cloud Streets thing, your sun must be 15 degrees in elevation in the middle of the night. Now, have you noticed that in the middle of the night ever?
No, I haven't.
You haven't? So, weird. You know that falsifies flat Earth, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, we applied perspective. Perspective is what you said we should apply. We used the numbers. We used your location. We used your map, right? The one that you said was the correct map. We used your Cloud Streets video and kind of tore apart flat Earth there. So, all right. That's pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, but the sun's angle changes with when it's going away from you. It gets more down.
Yeah, and
That's what perspective will do.
and we just applied the geometry of perspective to determine the height that the sun must be as it goes away from you. It did go down. So like at noon that sun was way higher in the sky, significantly higher angle in the sky. Very, very steep up there at with 13 degrees north latitude. I would say that local solar noon, that was probably 77 degrees angular elevation, just off the top of my head. And then, according to Flat Earth, it should go down. Applying perspective and applying the geometry of Flat Earth, it should go down to 15 degrees. Yep, that's down, right? 15 is less than 77, isn't it? So there we go. Falsified Flat Earth. That was easy. Yeah. Let's see. Tim Davis says, I already got that. PJ KJ4MS says tech support is hidden by the curve. Jimmy Madison 42 says even if NASA never existed, the Earth would still not be flat. Oh, look, the Flat Earth favorite straw man just caught fire. That's a good point. I don't need to go to NASA to check what shape the Earth is. In fact, this didn't rely on NASA at all to destroy Flat Earth that you just did. So that's cool. Rossi says, I would have never guessed that I would miss a good old days of Flat Earth when skilled grifters like Witsit, Elio, Oakley, Dearth could articulate derp. He's saying, I gotta say, Rossi's a little tough crowd here. He is saying that you're not articulating the derp very well. Anything to say?
Yeah, well, I tried.
Anything to say? I mean, he's just laying the smackdown on you here.
Yeah, well, I cannot think of anything to say right now. But
okay. Well, take that, Rossi. Take that. Good job. Good job, Vishal. Icy Spin says, this is a question for you. Approximately how many stars do you think there are?
well, I don't know. I'm not an expert on stars.
I believe you. I do. I believe you. Shedsy49 says, I think I smell a baked potato. Potato. Oh, he's calling you a po. Do you know what po means?
Yeah, I heard it from Craig McNeil.
Yeah?
He said it means a liar or something.
Well, it means it's a person that's pretending to be a flat earther for some reason. And it's actually a little more nuanced than that. It's that when people are intentionally trying to mock flat earthers or other people that are pseudoscientists or conspiracy theorists, they're trying to think up the most ridiculous and just incredibly nonsensical things that they could think of, that there are already real conspiracy theorists and pseudoscientists that really, really do believe those things, and that you can't tell the difference between somebody who's intentionally mocking it as aggressively as possible and somebody that's actually serious. So he's saying, I think it's really, people can't tell if you are being ridiculous to mock flat earthers or if you are actually a flat earther and just have these ridiculous beliefs.
I'm a real flat earther. I'm not lying. I just I watched Aaron Dover's videos and I thought he was the man, but but then later he died. But he was the one who spoke about the atmospheric electricity.
The atmospheric electricity. Now, that's a topic you don't know anything about, though, right?
Yeah, I don't know, but
okay. So when
we did,
I have a question now. So when he spoke about it, How did you know whether or not he was speaking and giving incorrect information or correct information, since you lack the capability to discern between them?
Oh well, I did an experiment with my friend, and where we got a balloon and filled it with hydrogen, and tied a wire to it and raised it up into the sky for about 100 meters or so.
Okay.
And we got like current and voltage.
Ooh, what was the current?
The current was it was like around 2 amps, I think.
No, it wasn't 2 amps. It was not 2 amps. So there is a voltage differential as you go as you increase in elevation, but the current is exceedingly low. But yeah, certainly there is a voltage differential, but that doesn't cause things to move downward, because you can shield against that, number one, and number two, it's reliant on the charge of the thing that's inside that field, right?
No, I'm not saying it is causing causing things to go downward. I'm just saying that atmospheric electricity is a real power source that we have been using, and all these power stations and like nuclear, thermal, crude oil, these are all fake.
They're all fake. Okay, so here's the problem.
That's what he said.
Here's the problem. Like I said, there is exceedingly low current. You have a rather significant voltage differential, but the current is very, very low, so you can't power anything that's any substance through that mechanism.
Yeah, but when I checked the Google, I asked it why atmospheric electricity the current is so low.
Mm-hmm.
It said it is because air has a higher resistance. That is why the voltage is the current is so low.
Yep.
But when you use metal or something, you definitely get higher amps.
Well, but you connected a wire, right?
Yeah.
To the balloon? Yeah. So you did do that. And even when you do that, you get a very low current. You did not get 2 amps.
No,
you certainly did not get 2 amps.
Yeah, we got the voltage reading as 1000 volts. So
Okay.
when you use Ohm's law, you get 2 amps with the resistance of the wire and all that.
Oh, that's adorable. Okay. Just a second here. All right. So I'll share this to you here. This is often where Flatties go to, is the Feynman lectures. And then this is, here, I'll show you here. You got the Feynman lectures on physics, volume 2, the electric potential gradient of the atmosphere. You get about 100 volts per meter in the air, right? Now some flat earthers have tried to suggest that this is the cause of the downward acceleration. You know, the substitute for gravity is the claim.
Yeah.
And
I don't agree.
And it doesn't. Yeah, good, because it doesn't work at all. But this, I don't think this really has a whole lot of bearing then for you on the shape of the Earth, does it?
No, it does. But what it proves, the atmospheric electricity, it proves that the Earth, the atmospheric is, the sun and the moon are electric, and
No, it doesn't.
this electrical exchange between them is what causes
it doesn't prove that they're electric.
Electrical gradients.
The fact that something is electrical, has certain characteristics, doesn't mean that some other thing is related. Unrelated thing is electric either. They're unrelated. So it doesn't prove that the anything about the sun or moon. Nothing at all. Anyway, so here is Feynman's lecture here. The total potential difference from the surface of the Earth to the top of the atmosphere is about 400,000 volts. That's pretty serious, right? And people that don't understand electricity would say, "Oh, that's so much. We could probably power everything with that." But that's not the thing, because the next chapter, or the next section here, is electric currents. Now, the thing can be measured in addition to the potential gradient is the current in the atmosphere. The current density is small. About 10 micro amperes crosses each square meter parallel to the Earth. So that's not much. That's not 2 amps.
But that is when you use air as the conducting medium. When you use a metal as a conducting medium, you are going to get higher based on Ohm's law.
Yeah. And what was the resistance that you measured in the wire?
The resistance of the wire, I don't know. I'm not sure. I forgot. But I did the calculation in 2017.
How high was the balloon?
And it 100 meters.
100 meters. Okay. So let's see. And was it a thick? What was the gauge of the wire?
I think some 0.8 millimeters.
Okay. .8 millimeters. Let's see here. What is the resistance? I'm just looking it up. I'm going to get a rough number here, since you didn't measure it. So I don't know how you could have applied Ohm's law without knowing the resistance of the wire, right?
Yeah, I just remember the result numbers, and but I forgot the resistance.
Okay. All right, well, let's see here. What was the voltage you measured?
1,000 volts at 100 meters.
Okay. Well, come on here. Let's see here. If we just apply it raw here. We get wow, 292 amps.
But most of the electric, we didn't insulate the wire properly, so like it was a bare wire, so most of the electricity would have leaked to the environment.
So in fact, if you had actually put 292 amps through a wire that thin, you would have just melted the wire. Yeah. So the thing is, like I said, you're hardly going to get any current. That's the point here. You hardly get any current. There just isn't enough.
But it would make sense, right? Like if you see electricity in the sky, like lightning, and it would make sense for you to use that instead of somebody going like, if somebody saw lightning in the sky, then they would go like, oh, let me dig up the molten dinosaur, which I can use to heat water, which can then turn a turbine, which can generate, which is connected to a dynamo and can do with electromagnetic induction. It can cause like power generation. Like it doesn't.
Why are you digging up a dinosaur? What the hell? A molten dinosaur. Where is this molten dinosaur coming from? Vishal, you are
crude oil.
Oh my gosh. Crude oil is not molten dinosaurs. Oh my gosh. You've got to be kidding. That smile. That is just, you can't be serious. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's not like when you look in the sky, when you look at lightning in the sky and then go like, I'm going to dig up the molten dinosaur and then going to use that to heat water and turn a turbine to produce some electricity. That looks like lightning in the sky.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That's pretty good. That's pretty funny. Okay. Well, I gotta have some tab to calm down. All right. ZYXXY asked how you passed the NEET UG test, the National Eligibility Cum Entrance Test. How did you do that? How did you pass that with such a poor understanding of physics?
Oh, there was no test at that time.
At what time? What
Are you? When I was studying,
how old are you?
I'm 31 years old.
And when was this? Hold on a second. All right, I gotta check. When did you enter university?
When I was in 2012.
Okay. We're checking. I'm checking. When was the NEET UG test put in place for university entrance? First introduced in 2013. Wow. So yeah, and you when did you enter university?
2012.
The year before. Wow. So I mean you just like got in under the bar because you couldn't pass that now. Right? I mean that'd be pretty bad.
No,
Hold on
I'd
a
be
second.
positive I said.
2012 was how many years ago?
That was 14 years ago, right?
Good job. Good job. So 14 years ago, you began your university studies to become a doctor. And so far, you've completed your undergraduate degree, a 4-year degree. In 14 years, you've completed a 4-year degree. Now, certainly, there is the 5-year program that for the 4-year degree that's pretty common here in the U.S. But man, a 14-year, that's a bit outside the standard deviation. You know what I mean? When are you beginning your master's program?
Oh, I have to write the national eligibility entrance test for the postgraduates, and then,
you have to take that test.
Yeah.
And you're not going to pass that one then. Now, right?
Yeah, I passed that one last time, but the college fees was too much, so I couldn't pay for it.
But you are currently a medical doctor, you said. I mean, you should be raking in the dough here.
Yeah, well, yeah, but there are some like financial issues.
Oh, some financial issues. I see. I'm getting what you're sending me here. All right. All right. We've got some more questions from the audience, if you don't mind. They're very keen to understand some of your positions here.
Yeah, okay.
Akraman says paper planes don't count. Yeah, they don't count for your high altitude things. Tim Davidson says, what's the difference between a green bean and a chickpea?
Green bean and a chickpea.
Yeah.
Why? What is the difference?
Tim Davidson's answer is I wouldn't let a green bean on my face.
I didn't understand that. I think he's making fun of me.
No, he's not. He's saying he would let a chick pee on his face.
Okay.
I mean, I knew it was coming. I still laugh. Oh. Hakraman says, measure it by how far you can kick a donkey. How far can you kick a donkey?
Not very far. Like.
Are donkeys common in your locale?
No, donkeys. Not many donkeys, but there are many cows.
Many cows. I like cows. They taste good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you like eating cows? Do you eat hamburgers?
No, I don't eat much.
I mean, do you eat some hamburger?
But I eat only chicken burgers.
Yeah, but so like if you came here to the United States and I brought you to a buffet where you could just get whatever you want, would you like, hey, I'll have some of that beef with broccoli at the Chinese buffet. Would you have that?
Beef, yeah, maybe. It's not like I don't eat beef.
Okay.
I have eaten beef.
What about? Oh, did your microphone go out?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. What about pork? You a big fan of bacon?
I haven't eaten it since when I was a child. There was this one time where I ate it and I got pretty sick, so I didn't eat it after that.
Oh yeah, I don't know if I would in India eat pork. That's probably wise. Taco. Janusz Takis says, please ask him if he has a girlfriend called Terry.
Terry.
Terry Mackinchad?
No. Terry. Oh yeah, that's Hindi. They're making fun of me.
I don't know what Terry means, but I know what the rest does. Tim Davis says, I don't want to sound racist, but when his accent in the internet skipping, it sounds like he's gurgling. Yeah, your audio's cutting out here and there a little bit. Rossi, remember Rossi? Remember Rossi had mentioned something earlier. He wasn't a fan. He's like, can I see the Cloud Streets video again, but with if I had a chicken playing behind it? I don't know. Oh, let's see. Can imagine one of his prescriptions, 2 kilogram tablets of vitamin C, and to suck on some raw paraquat, both twice a day. What's paraquat? Is that I don't know. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. Icy Spin says, how many satellites has SpaceX launched this year? That's a good question. Do you know?
I don't know.
Well, let's find out. Checking. I'm asking Gemini this one. Because we're only 27 days into this year. Let's see. SpaceX has done 220 to 250 new satellites are orbiting the Earth just this year. Pretty cool. Mr.
Yeah,
E-Man. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, I don't believe that.
Well, they don't need you to believe it in order for it to be true. Mr. E-Man says, how long until Artemis 2 launches? And a week from Friday is when the window opens. Alyssum says, since he claims that jet fuel is a hoax, what is it? What is that liquid that the ground crew keeps filling into my wings and gets less as I fly? So
Yeah, well,
Alyssum is a pilot.
They use a little bit of fuel to start it up. but like once it gets into the sky, it doesn't use any fuel.
Oh, what makes it go then?
It's just that the air tub, the jet engine, it has a cold section and a hot section. So what I believe is when the air goes into the cold section, it becomes more compressed, and when it goes to the hot section, it like expands forcefully, causing thrust. So that's how I think the jet engine works.
That makes no sense. Man, you're going to have a hard time passing that physics test. Whew. That's going to be a doozy for you with your physics understanding, dude. That's going to be rough. Mr. E-Man says, so he's talking about Dick Wayne in the chat here, not you. Says Dick is obviously happy for this guy to represent Flat Earth. There you go. Icy Spin says, what would change your mind? Yeah, so that's a good one. What things we say this would be evidence for the globe and something contrary to Flat Earth, or this would be, or this would be. I can give you a bunch for me, but I mean, tell you what, I'll start you out. If somebody were to do reciprocal zenith angles at 1,000 feet or more and get zero above, when you sum them, it's exactly 180. So 0 above 180. That'd be one. A very large surveyed triangle where the sum of the interior angles is 180 degrees. That would be another. 120,000 foot. I already went over this. Balloon or whatever photograph with a rectilinear lens showing the horizon to be flat would be evidence for Flat Earth. Going to Antarctica and seeing the sun only ever be north of me and never south of me, that would be evidence for the Earth being flat. The sun never setting at all ever would be evidence for the sun being, or for the Earth being flat. The sun changing in angular size throughout the day. So when it's near, it's big, and when it's far, it gets smaller, and right? That would be evidence for the Earth being flat. So a couple examples for me. So for you then, what would be evidences that would tell you that the Earth is a globe?
Well, if somebody does the if somebody does the atmospheric electricity experiment and if it doesn't work, I'll believe it. I'll believe the Earth is a globe.
But that doesn't have anything to do with the shape of the Earth.
Yeah, well, it has, because it's one of the main secrets along with Flat Earth, because it also involves the sun and moon being electric.
But that, I don't know how that has anything to do with the shape of the Earth, and it's a prediction from the globe. So it's inconclusive either way. All right, so anything else?
I think I would have to go to space or go to Antarctica myself. Only then.
Go to Antarctica yourself?
Yeah.
Well, being a medical doctor, hopefully after your whatever financial questions are solved, maybe you can go there, save up your rupees, and head on down. What do you think? You let me know, and I'll let you pay for my trip too.
Okay.
Deal? All right. We got a deal, people. Unfornicated says, what's the over-under for the amount of socks Dick Wank has used for his cleanup tonight? Make sure to include number from secondary humiliation from guest. So there's there's a hypothesis around that Dick Wayne, he gets a little excited about humiliation. Like he likes it so much that then he gets aroused from it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you take those liquids and you send them to the foundry, right, Paul Schober? because the guy from the foundry, Vlad, he's like, send your fluids. He wants people's fluids. So Man Devilish says we should have Dick Wayne debate you on which God is real. So what is your you have to say you're a little bit of an enigma to me on your position here, being that you seem to be in favor of Zionism or you're not in favor of Zionism. I don't know. What is your religious position?
I'm not a religious person. I don't believe in God anymore.
Okay. So what's with your name then? It's a Zionism fan. That's not a religious thing at all?
That's just for fun. I kept that name.
Oh,
Because,
so you're not serious about it.
Yeah.
So you're not actually political about Israel or Zionism?
I think that whole Gaza thing is a war, is a hoax.
It's a hoax, okay. Interesting. Like
This is what they do. They just, this globe is a whole theater. You have this going to space, and you have the wars, you have these nuclear weapons, all those things. All those things are part of the theater.
Okay. Who are you voting for top left?
Voting. You mean?
So top left is an annual competition. It's a major award. Major award. Every year that we do to celebrate typically flat earthers, but not necessarily flat earthers, who have done, outstanding work in the field of the top left part of the Dunning-Kruger scale. Personally, I am backing Mikey Smith. But now you debated Craig, FTFE. He's backing a lady named Apothecary on TikTok. We've got like Roger Ledwell is being supported by a bunch of people, including Dan O, Unfornicated, who is in the chat right now. He's backing Roger Ledwell. We've got like Dick Wayne has negative points coming from Harnold. The current reigning champion, the global top left champion right now is Fakatzoid. And before him, for 2 years in a row, was the global winning top leftian was Cece from Westchester County. So, like, if you could pick who's like the flat earther that's the most confident while being wrong, who would it be?
I don't know. I haven't watched much of them, so I cannot say.
Oh. Well, that's not very helpful. Like, how can I find out? How can I find out who you support if you can't even just, whatever. Okay, here, I'll show you. Here is the current list here, and you'll notice this. Curious UK Debates debunks nominated Pete and Peter Peterson, and they actually are campaigning for themselves. Right here, they say, "Re the top left award. Your comment. We don't know anything about it. Suffice it to say, it'll be an honor to win it." And so Craig and I and the Crunk Debunk have been asking. We've been talking. When somebody actively campaigns for top left, that should get them points. So how many points? That's the question, people. How many points should people that campaign for top left get if they campaign? So now Mikey Smith has also campaigned for it. So, I mean, got that going, right? So anyway, you can come in with your vote later, a different day maybe. We got Chris Hoffman says Moltosaurus, the lightning dinosaur. Seriously, you actually said molten dinosaurs. Elizabeth says sure thing, Edgar. I don't know if he's talking to you or if he's talking to somebody else or just calling you Edgar. About the airplane thing, because what you said about that, totally ridiculous. I'm loving it. Slithery says beep boop. Thank you for Slithery, 34-month member. Earthly Skeptic says in Singapore, and then it jumped on me. Hold on. In Singapore, the star Arcturus moves right to left from rise to set. In Washington, D.C., the same star moves left to right. How come on flat Earth? It's a really good question. So we've got the Paneer Nan here, right? And so I imagine, because this is generally the place, you think that there's some sort of a dome over the top. Is that what you think?
I think the dome, they say, is like something like electromagnetic in nature.
That's ridiculous, but okay. So then do you think that the stars are like in the dome?
Yeah.
Okay. So then are they like moving? Is that why when we look at the sky we see them moving? Because the dome is moving, or the stars in the dome are moving, something like that?
Yeah, the stars move.
Okay. So then what he's saying is in Washington D.C., Arcturus, as it sets, as it's going toward the horizon, moves right to left. Not just, it's not saying as it sets. You're just saying it's moving right to left. So it goes this direction. But in Singapore, the same star goes this direction. But if you're underneath this thing, it should always move the same direction. It should always be curving that same direction, no matter where you are, right? Right?
Oh, well, that's just...
Correct. Correct is the answer. You say, yep, that's right.
Well, that's just... the stars are... That's because of perspective, I think.
Oh, that magic perspective.
Because
Solves
when
all
you
your
see-
problems. You just apply a heavy coating of perspective and all problems go away.
Yeah, because when you see the crepuscular rays, when you see them from one direction, they will try to spin in one direction, and when you
Hold
see
on.
them from the opposite direction, they will
Hold
spin another way.
When you see what?
Crepuscular rays.
Crepuscular. Crepuscular. Oh, bless. Okay. So tell me, I mean, you pronounce it how you want to pronounce it. I always say crepuscular, but if you could say crepuscular, that's good. That's a good one.
Yeah, so that's how, like, if you watch them, like, you see the sun and the crepuscular rays emanating from the sun,
Okay.
they will appear to spin in one direction. But when you see opposite to the sun, they will appear to spin in another direction.
Crepuscular
So I think
rays
that's
don't
how it
actually,
happens.
they don't actually spin. That they're pretty much static.
I mean, like the
Yeah.
but
okay.
uh,
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's how it works. Like the rays, like they look like they're spinning in one direction. When you face let's say for example you're facing east and they spin in clockwise direction.
But
And
hold on. Do you mean star trails?
no, the crepuscular rays.
Okay, crepuscular rays don't spin.
No, but I don't know if I'm getting the names right, but
I think yeah.
You get those rays of the sun like that appear to spin, right? They go from one direction to the other direction. So, example, when you're viewing a sunset, and you see the clouds near it, and you see the rays spinning.
Okay, hold on. I think I'll hold on. I think I'll maybe. Yeah, okay. Okay. I think I have what you're talking about. So here we go. Is this what you're talking about? This is crepuscular rays.
Yeah, this is crepuscular rays, but the ones you see at sunset, like if there are clouds, so and
Like
the ones you see at sunset, like they spin in one direction. Those rays.
These are pictures. They don't spin.
Have you seen that?
They don't spin.
Yeah, wait a second. I'll get you that video.
All right. Well, this is a really good one. You see this here? So this is a video of it. They're not moving. Right? You see that? And then there's a rainbow. And some lightning. This is a pretty good one. So
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. This spinning, this thing. Yeah.
they're not spinning though. They're stationary. They're static. But where's the sun in this picture here, in this video? Do you know where the sun is?
The sun below the horizon.
No.
Where is it then?
The sun is behind the camera. It's the other direction. Because a rainbow always appears away from the sun. So these are anti-crepuscular rays. These rays here,
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
these are parallel rays that are converging with increasing distance. These are parallel. And we know, and because of the this is so cool. The rainbow is telling us where the sun is. Has to be the opposite direction, and it's above the horizon at the moment because you can see that these converge below the horizon. And so if you were to see a rainbow, it'd be pretty difficult because the sun would have already set. But if you saw a rainbow with anti-crepuscular rays where they converged to a point above the horizon, then the sun behind you would have already set. But like I said, you wouldn't probably see it. So anyway, those parallel rays converging is perspective. That's what perspective does. Really cool. Let's see. All right, so now where do these train tracks meet? Like how far away from
Where do these?
from the camera here? How far before those train tracks touch?
I don't know.
The answer is they don't. These are parallel train tracks,
Yeah, they don't.
right? You know that train tracks need to be
Yeah.
parallel or the trains don't work very well. So
Yeah.
that there is crepuscular train tracks. These are crepuscular rays. They are parallel, just like the train tracks. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see here. And there you go. There are crepuscular rays from an airplane above. You can see the sun is to the left and it's very low in the sky, and it's nearly to, it's going to set soon on the globe. And it's the clouds are casting a shadow. And so an observer off on the right side, way off on the right side, would see those rays appearing to splay out as it comes towards them. And it would appear as if they were kind of converging toward the clouds there. But you've already said that the sun is 5,000 kilometers high, so it can't be inside the clouds. So, yeah. Yep. More evidence for the globe. Let's see. Icy Spin says, what could possibly make you think Earth flat? Fur. FR.
The Earth is flat because it is flat. It looks flat, and
but we've already established that at low elevation, the globe predicts that the horizon should look flat as well. So it's inconclusive either way, right? And while I'm at it, let me because you'd mentioned, we never got around to it, but you had mentioned that the horizon looks flat, right? And so here's a horizon that does not look flat. This is from 46,000 feet. That's pretty cool.
well,
You see how the horizon curves? It's not a really strong curve. It's the exact amount of curve that the globe predicts. A rather slight curve at 46,000 feet. What do you think of that? That's pretty cool. Right?
yeah, well, but 46,000 feet, right?
Yeah.
Well, I haven't been on a plane that's so high.
Right. Neither have I. It doesn't matter though.
But there are flat Earth videos in which there are pilots saying, "We have been to 50,000 feet and it's still flat."
Yeah, they're mocking, because every time I ask what's the name of these pilots, I want to talk to them, I never get the names of these pilots. Nobody can ever find these pilots that supposedly say this. But we do know that pilots have mocked flat earthers, so that's never good. Anyway, it doesn't matter. The words that some guy said do not beat the evidence on the screen right now. Right? So
Yeah, okay.
I mean, this is hard evidence that the Earth is a globe, right?
But Neil deGrasse Tyson said you cannot see the curvature of the Earth even if you are 62 or 65 kilometers high on the ball.
Well, apparently this picture proves that he was wrong. So he was just talking out his donkey, wasn't he? Yep.
Well, okay.
Right? It's just a guy saying a thing. He didn't go through the math. He didn't present the geometry. He just said some things. Do you accept some guy, whoever he is, just saying some things as evidence for anything? be honest with me. Do you accept just some guy saying things? Is that your standard?
No.
No, me neither. Me neither. I want to see the actual application of the geometry that he's talking about, but he never did because he was just talking out his donkey. So, all right. So, Zoidberg says for $50. Wow, thank you so much. We don't do politics here, but the irony of a Hindu nationalist, I'm guessing you are one, Vishal, supporting Zionist is deliciously ironical. Vishal, do you know there are cafes in Himachal only for Israelis and with Indians not allowed boards? Where's Himachal?
Yeah, that's in the north, and
Okay.
I think yeah, I might have heard of that, but yeah, but I did hear that there are many Israelis going there.
To Himachal.
Yeah.
Okay. So are you a Hindu nationalist?
No, I'm not. I'm not a religious person. If anything, I'm just I like more of the Chinese thing, like you believe in yourself. That's all.
Okay. Was that how you were raised, or is this different from how you were raised?
Well, my father was always a communist, so he doesn't believe in God.
Your father is a communist?
I mean, he likes the communist ideologies. I mean, he's not a communist.
But does he own a business?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't be a communist and own a business. That makes no sense.
Yeah, well.
Hey, Dad. You're not a communist. You're a capitalist. Go tell him that.
Okay.
All right. Well, turns out he's not a Hindu nationalist. Wow. How do you? Let's see. I have some friends from that speak Tamil, and they're like, oh, they taught me how to say hello. How do you say hello in Tamil?
Vanakkam.
Vanakkam. That's it. That's what they taught me. That's all I know. That's it. Vanakkam. Unfornicated said, sorry, I tuned out. Did we get Flurf predictions? We did not get Flurf prediction. I had to walk through the geometry. I mean, I guess we kind of did. I walked through the geometry and we completely falsified flat Earth. So there we go. That's good stuff. You know what? I didn't do this. I need to update this quick here. We've got some NASA. We got some bad math. We got claims without evidence. Yeah, we got Dome.
Free electricity.
What's that?
Free electricity.
Yeah, that's not really a core flat Earth position, so I don't have it on here. Oh, poorly done flat Earth experiments. That's a good one. Okay. All right. No, I don't have a bingo yet. Well, the night is young. Alyssum says he just gave 6 pilots and 1 engineer a headache. Yeah. I mean, your misunderstanding of how planes works is comically bad. But I'm glad that you understand English well enough to understand the word comically. So Icy Spin says, are you familiar with Marxist garbage?
Are you familiar? No, not really. I only my father was into that. I was not into that.
All right. Your dad's still around?
Yeah, he's still working. He's a chief orthopedic surgeon.
He's a chief orthopedic surgeon?
Yeah.
So did he get the degree? Or is he still working on his too, like you are?
He got the degree. He finished all his masters way back. He's retired
Okay.
now. He was a chief in a government hospital.
So like he's an orthopedic surgeon. Would he cut people open and then actually go inside of them and work on them and then stitch them back up? That kind of surgeon?
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. And what does he say to your flat Earth nonsense?
He doesn't believe it.
That's good. So not only is he not an actual Marxist, he's also not a flat earther. So, all right. That's a good one. So now,
Can you tell us?
do you remember when Felix Baumgartner jumped from that capsule, and it was Neil? Neil said that thing that you tried to quote from, right? Neil deGrasse Tyson, in response to the video. The video was not a good video because it was a GoPro camera, so it was heavily distorted. So not a great example. People still post it. I think it's pretty dumb. They still post it. So all right, let me share this to you here. But anyway, we can take somebody's word for it if we can take a eyewitness testimony, of course, if we accept that. So here we go. Minute 3 seconds.
Can you tell us what emotions you had?
Well, when I was standing outside that capsule, it was a very quiet and peaceful moment. You know, at that moment, you look at the world; it looks very fragile. You could see the curvature of the Earth. You could see the curvature of the Earth. I could see the sky was pitch black up there, and at the same time, you realize that everything around you is hostile. That means you cannot stand there forever, because as soon as I disconnect my oxygen lines from the ship system, I only have 10 minutes left of my billet bottles, and that means I have to hurry up.
Yeah, see, this particular one is heavily distorted, right? It's not a rectilinear lens.
Well, I think aviation and
Okay, well, there we go. He said he could see the curvature of the Earth, and it makes sense. He was definitely high enough, but that camera was not a reliable camera for it. So, Unfornicated says DW's ball gag doesn't stop him from typing, though. DW. Dick Wayne's ball gag doesn't stop him from typing, though. Oh my goodness. Tori Hanso for 56 says regarding him saying that Globe is a theater. I have friends with family that barely made it out alive from Gaza. He just made me rather angry. Yeah, because just saying it's theater is just kind of passing off the real pain and suffering that people have. Not cool. And from your position there, where you really don't have, I don't think, a good grasp of things, like you don't even know how airplanes work. His poor understanding of what is like middle school geometry here. I don't think that you really have the nuances of global politics well handled. Yeah. So Icy Spin says, is Western medicine legit? Is Western medicine
for me?
Is Western medicine legit? Consider carefully.
Yeah, well, it works. Most of it works. I think it is like it does work.
Okay.
And
So Western medicine works. Okay.
I mean, like, for example, if you had a heart attack, they could like bypass your they could bypass the vessels of your heart and make sure the blood is reaching your heart.
Yeah.
So they can do that.
Yeah. What about I don't know. What about polio?
Polio. Well, polio was maybe was caused by some poison in the food supply.
Globally.
Yeah.
And then just went away. Makes no sense.
Yeah.
Makes no sense, does it? Icy Spin says, can you please ask him to explain the Ibiza photo? Yeah. That's a good one. All right. Get that. So Ibiza is an island in the Mediterranean. And tell you that the English, they like to go visit. Let me give me a second here. I'll pull it up. Here we go. So a guy went, it wasn't me, but people always say it was me, but it wasn't me. Rory did it. And he set up what he called the Horizon-O-Matic 5000. It has two straight edges fixed together with a gap between them. He put a little, I don't know what it was. Oh, sorry. And then, and zip tied them together so that all the way across these two straight edges, that gap was the same. And then he set it up. This is a picture of the setup of it. The horizon isn't lined up yet, but in that, you can see here, see how there's a gap between these two. We taped them, not zip tie. So these straight edges we know are straight in reality, right? We know this for as our standard. We know they're straight, right? And so then what he did is he set them up on this table and he lined them up with each other. There's a angle thing behind them there to keep them together on the same line, so that the left and right sides are aligned with each other. You can see here, even there's a gap underneath on this side, on the left side, and over on the right side there's a gap, and he has a rock that he slid in between to set them so that the left and right sides are straight in relation to each other, right? The table is not straight. We're not concerned about that. It's the actual straight edges here that are straight. So, and then what he did is he lined it up so that the horizon was right between those two straight edges, and he used the center of his camera to isolate out the barrel distortion. So this is vertically centered in the frame so there's no or minimized barrel distortion. So he's checking then that the purpose of this is to check whether or not the horizon at 600 feet elevation is curved. And we can zoom in here, zoom way in, and we can look here. You can see the horizon there crosses at the center, or maybe a little bit below the center of this particular this pair of straight edges. And then it rises up here. See how it's coming up there? So here it's a little below center, and here it's above center. See that? And then over on this one here, it actually curves back down. It peaks and then it curves down. And you can see that when you do a left to right compression, straight lines remain straight and curved lines get more exaggerated in their curve. So you can compress them left to right, and this is what you get when you compress them left to right. So remember, these red parts here are the straight edges, and they are straight. We know that. Top is straight, bottom is straight. Over on the right side, we get a little bit of a divergence here, up, and a little bit of divergence down. But between them, there's an area where it's not getting that divergence. So yeah, this is a pretty good visible curve. See that? So there we go. At about 600 feet, I think, 600 feet elevation. Maybe it's 600 meters. We can see a little bit of the curve of the Earth. What do you think of that?
I think it's because of the curve of the lens.
But it can't be the curve of the lens because we've already isolated that. Because the straight edge is straight. We know that. It's straight. So if the lens were curved, it would curve the top and bottom of the straight edge, but it didn't. It curved between the straight edges is curved, but the straight edges are not curved. I knew you'd go for that. Pretty cool.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, pretty solid evidence that the Earth is a globe. Just like the picture from 46,000 feet, the curving horizon there. Without any compression, you can see it. So really awesome there. Hakraman says his brain activity is flatlined. What do you do when somebody's brain activity flatlines in the hospital you work in?
Brain activity. We only check the brain activity if there is a seizure, or that's when it's really useful.
Okay. Let's see. Iroquois Native says Caleb just mentioned you on his TikTok debate. Well, Caleb, let me check. Hold on. I think that I am the one on Instagram who has most recently messaged. So I the only place I've ever successfully, yeah. Yeah. Nothing from him on either TikTok or Instagram. Hold on, if you want to debate, message me. There it is. All right. Yeah, you know, maybe if you can, Iroquois Native, maybe mention it to him in there that he knows how to contact me. Icy Spin says, what even is Zionism, fam?
Zionism fan. It's just a
Fam.
fun name that I thought of.
Fam,
Because-
F-A-M, yeah.
Because all these, well, I think, is it okay if we talk about the Jews?
No, let's not. Not in a derogatory
Yeah, so,
way, right? Not in a derogatory way. That'd be uncool, right?
Oh, yeah, well, Aaron Dover said they were the reason for all the bad things in the world.
Oh well, and you're laughing because he's not right. Right? That's a pretty rotten position to hold. No doubt, there are bad people of every type all around the globe, and there's good people of every type all around the globe, right?
Yeah.
Blaming one group disproportionate. I don't think that's very cool. Icy Spin says, have you done formal training with DMOC for debates? Ooh, that's a good idea. So DMOC is one of the premier global leaders in training flat earthers for debate. So like if you wanted to like really like beef up your debate skills, maybe you could get some like one-on-one sessions with DMOC. DMOC is an artist.
okay.
I mean, you've already got the mustache. I think that's a necessary prerequisite for his training sessions, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, are you a big Freddie Mercury fan?
No, I'm not. I don't listen to old music. I just listen to all this trance
Trance,
and
yeah,
and progressive trance.
Dubstep, EDM.
Yeah, EDM.
Yeah, you hit the clubs at night.
No, I just listen to the songs.
I can see
that's all.
Vishal out there. Can you give us some moves? Like, you dance a little?
Yeah.
There you go. I bet you're a great singer.
No.
Can you
Not really.
sing a little for us?
Sorry, no.
I can feel it coming in the air tonight. No? No? Okay.
No. Okay, I think I have to go.
Okay. Well, Vishal, it's been real. I'm glad that we could destroy Flat Earth together. I really appreciate it. Yeah, you're a good guy. I hope that
Thanks for having me on your show.
Yeah, I hope you study hard and maybe brush up a little bit on your geometry and physics and stuff. So yeah.
Thank you.
All right. Next
Thanks
time
for having me on your
next
show.
time at a rave, get some glow sticks and spin them around and send us a video. All right.
Right. I will make sure I'll do that.
All right,
Okay,
man.
Thank you.
We'll see you. All right. Oh, he's a nice enough guy there. There he's out. Okay. I think I don't know. Did some of that go over his head? Maybe not. Fletcher Boy says tune SpaceX is launching some new GPS-3 Satelloons in about 45 minutes. That was it's coming up in just a couple minutes. Awesome. Well, let's see. SpaceX. I'll put it on the screen. Let's see. I want to see launches. Let's see if they have it coming now. GPS-3 mission. Watch. Starting at 10:40. So we're a bit out from it. I don't think I'm going to keep going that much longer. I don't know. I had fun. I don't know. Did you have fun? He's kind of a kind of a pushover, I gotta say. Couple things. We were gonna do our top left finalist announcement tomorrow. I've got a conflict. I'm helping my kid do some stuff, so it's gonna be next week. That means that you've all got an extra week to put your nominations in if you want to shift them around a little bit. Curious UK Debunks got Pete and Peter to back to campaign. I got Mikey to campaign. Dano, if you can get Roger Ledwell to campaign for himself, I mean that would be something. Basically, if they campaign for themselves, it's almost a sure thing that they're going to get into the finalist. I don't want to say it too strongly because it's not, I mean, I just don't want to blanket absolute, but I found it painful to follow his level of stupidity. Oh yeah. Roger always campaigns for himself. Molten Dinos. Oh my gosh. Real Jiffy Cone says Red Beret and Dick Wayne for top left. Yeah. About a month from now. Yep. I will be in Pensacola the week of February 23rd to 27. Going to do a meetup that night. We're going to record the sunset. Damascus Steel's going to be there, right? He'd be so embarrassed if he didn't come after all of his tough talk. I actually have details on the Flurf Wiki. I'm going to do a video promoting it. And so if you're in the area on that week, then if you can plan on it. I can't make a very specific date because I don't know the forecast. I want to have clear skies to the west while the sun sets. Don't know what time that'll be. So I need to give a window for it. So if you're near, then it works, right? If you can just drive whatever. So ideally it'll be Monday if it's clear weather, but if it's just forecast is bad, we will definitely do it Friday, rain or shine. So there's a restaurant nearby that is inside. There's a restaurant nearby that's outside. So depending on weather, we'll do one or the other. Mr. E-Man says this is a bribe. It's a bribe for what? Who are you bribing? Are you bribing me for votes for somebody? I need to know who. You let me know. Real Arnold says Roger's gravity fraction P camera sealed the deal. That is hard to beat. That's really difficult to beat. Let's see here. Let me grab it here quick. It was so bad. Icy Spin says, I'll let you buy me dinner. Oh, thank you, Icy Spin. You're as generous as I am to Mikey Smith. Well, I'll do that. No, that's not it. Hold on. Flat. Videos, top left. 2026. There's no way. Unfornicated says there's no way you can deny the urine gravimeter going to Antarctica. You almost peed your pants. I did. I did. There it is. There is the I gotta play the video. If you didn't see it, it's so insane. All right, hold on. I had it muted. You gotta hear.
I should order one of these guys to take with me to Antarctica. What do you think? I can tell where the refraction is and the gravity, all with a little camera and a.
I can tell where the refraction is and the gravity, all with a little camera.
Gauge. That'll do it.
Camera. It needs a camera to find out how that's ridiculous.
You need the camera to find out how it's ridiculous.
It'll probably pull it'll pull the sun out from behind the physical line, curve. It'll pop it back up and refract it up again.
It'll refract it up. The digital urine specific gravity refractometer. So you pee in there, and it's also a camera. Oh my gosh. Nomad Universe is my top left vote would probably be Leo, Level Earth Observer. He's not a flat earther. He's a demonstrable realist and a tower crane operator who doesn't understand how pendulums work. Oh, yeah. He's been quiet. I think he gave up. He hasn't done a video for months, at least not that I saw. So, let's see. Earthly Skeptic says in Singapore, the star Arcturus. Oh, you already did that. Moves right to left. In the Washington, D.C., it moves the opposite. I read that already. Why did it come up again? Maybe I just didn't check it. So anyway, yes, unfornicated. There's no way to deny that. Real Arnold says Roger's gravity fraction P camera sealed the deal. Mr. E-Man says the bribe. Okay, did you say what the bribe was for? All the super chats are now bribes, says Mr. E-Man. I'll be glad to apply the bribe, but I need to know where to apply it. Maybe it's a secret. Shh. It can calculate gravity by how fast the urine goes in it. Oh my gosh, you can. You could. Simon Dan just covered LEO. Oh, I didn't. I saw he did one on. He did one today. It wasn't on a flat earther. I don't know. Oh, it was David, not the former soccer player that's gone completely wacky. in England, whatever his name is. Anyway, somebody remind me who that was. David Icke. That's right. I didn't watch it. I just saw the beginning. Yep, Dave Icke is quite insane. All right. Well, you know who we've had in the chat here? We've had Dick Wayne. So I just want to say thank you to everybody for coming along, for joining in while Vishal and I destroyed Flat Earth. He was happy to do it. He just sat there and said, "Yep, you bet." So anyway, Dick Wayne, this one's for you.
He's the hero none of us needed. The scholar of zero, the sage of whatever. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Dick Wayne! Doesn't set, it's always in the sky. Water's perfectly flat, don't ask me why. Gas can't form balls, that's just fake. Gravity's not science, give me a break. Define math, you eyeball it, bro. 5 divided by 0's 5, don't you know? I don't care, that's just what I say. Science is religion in a different way. Show me a ball of gas on Earth. You can't have a ball of gas at all. Mass don't attract mass, that's insane. 1 times 1 equals 0. Dick Wayne! You want the truth? I'll tell you plain. I got a little trouble in the brain. I start to read, no problem there, but I pass out cold in the reading chair. Space is stupid, just a legal trick, but also the realm of God. Take your pick. Decades of consensus, blind belief.